see what we got, Jeff.
No way.
Oh, no way, dude.
Hell yeah.
Man,
Wow.
there's no way I thought he'd be
Right.
great.
Damn.
Hey, man, he said it was his dream car.
Wow. Wow.
What do you think?
God, it's beautiful. Wow.
Damn. We didn't even...
You talked him into it.
Talked him into it. That's where I've been all weekend.
I was able to work the deal, finally got my dream car. I'm very excited just to own the car. This, for me, is the car that I've been looking for.
Nice.
Man.
That's your dream car, man.
dream
It is, I know.
You got it.
That's cool.
Everybody's got big smiles on their face. They know that's the car that I wanted, and everybody's excited to work on the car. It's not perfect, but it's dang close, which is great because we got some real specific rules that we have to follow for this race. No tube chassis, which is tube metal, which replaces the regular frame. Bolt-on suspension is okay, such as 4-link suspension, which has 4 points of adjustment to help get that car down the road. And there's ladder bars, which really help put leverage in the right spot on the chassis. And we're all gonna run small tire, which is gonna be 29.5 by 10.5 or smaller. A stock interior and firewall is a must. A firewall separates the engine bay from the driver for safety. Cutting this out immediately turns a stock car into a race car, no question about it. It's gotta have all glass windows. That means no LEXAN, which is a lightweight alternative that most all of us use while trying to build really fast race cars. And finally, the car must have original doors and fenders. I'm starting with a great foundation, and with Lutz and my main man Javi by my side, I know that we're gonna make a badass street car that takes everybody down.
There it is.
It's teardown day, bub. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna tear this whole car apart.
I still can't believe we're tearing this car up.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
Especially after the fun we had with it the other day.
So what's the plan?
So we need to, today I think, you know, as quick as we can, we need to get the motor out, the transmission out, exhaust off of it. Really need to strip the whole car for the most part. So,
Okay.
I think we can do most of it without taking the fenders. Don't do that. Without taking the fenders.
You said we were gonna tear the car apart.
Well, I didn't actually mean beat it up with a sword.
Not tear it up.
Yeah, not tear it up. We're gonna
apart.
take it apart.
Okay.
So this is your first time, and you're gonna help us, right? You're gonna help us take stuff apart. So, no, I don't think we can use a sword. I don't really feel like that's gonna work as much.
But it does have a light.
But you can trade that sword in for this right here.
Ooh, an hand wrench.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Quick to drop that sword.
Yeah. Quick to drop that sword. And look, Dad's gonna need you to help me take this off right here.
Do it.
Okay.
There you go. Well, I'm gonna get
All
this
right.
thing jacked up, Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
let's
start
get it
jacking
on
it up.
jack
We're
stand.
gonna get our
Yeah.
head mechanic taking the radiator hose off here.
You get it? Put it on. Right here. Look, slow. Look, turn it that way.
There you go. I have a feeling the motor's gonna be one of the last things we get. I actually think we're gonna get the transmission in the next couple days.
Oh, wow.
So we may get the transmission before we need it. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, you're gonna help
We're
me
gonna
with
get it
tools.
up in the air.
Okay, so today, what we're gonna do is try to take the motor and transmission out all in one piece to try to keep it together. I'm gonna put it on a pallet, I'm gonna put it up on the shelf. You never know what I'm gonna do with it. And once that's out of the way, we're gonna have all the room to make all the chassis and suspension adjustments as needed.
I'll tell you what, the underneath of this is just beautiful.
Yeah.
See that exhaust? See this? See how it goes over there? We need to take those bolts out.
With the big block stuff, the headers are big. They're big tube headers, and so everything's kind of crammed in here. So we unbolted the headers on both sides. They kind of stay laying in the car so that you leave the headers laying in but unbolted, and you pull the motor out with them. So we had to disconnect the headers. Next pipe.
There we go. Let it down.
Oh, there's a scratch in the floor.
Mufflers.
Watch this.
What?
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it. A little bit more, Ryan. Yep, whoa. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan.
All right, up. All right, you're clear back here. Clear the cam member.
Okay, go ahead up.
There's that.
Now that this motor and transmission are up out of the way, Javi and Ricky can start pulling the interior out. This way we can make room to start cutting for the new tunnel and the new mini tubs in the back.
Oh, there's a buck. Does it count if I scratch the old rear end?
I mean, I feel like that's worth $1 still.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Damn it. I'll give you $1, you cheap bastard.
Can you come over here and help me get this seat, make sure I don't hit anything? Yep.
coil springs out. What'd you scratch?
No, nothing.
Need a rag. This is where we're gonna scratch the floor.
You got your dollars ready?
I got a handful. That's good. Oh, that, huh.
Jeff, that is $5.
That's $1. That's a chip. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That ain't a scratch.
I'm
Whoa, whoa, whoa. In my defense, you said nothing about a chip. You said scratch.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do from now on.
You said scratch.
Your new name is gonna be Chip.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna call you Chip Lutz.
Easy, Scuffy. Don't stuff the pleather.
All right, good job, guys. We've stripped a perfectly good running vehicle.
Ripped a perfectly good car apart.
Yep, it happens. Wow. That's 680?
Oh, I'm really lost. Hey,
Wow, 680.
I told y'all.
Cherish won that.
How did you know
Wow.
this? You called him beforehand. So you guys have heard me talk about I'd like to make 1,200 of the tires with this car. I don't know for sure if we're gonna be able to do that, but what I do know today is that this thing made 680 horsepower on an engine dyno naturally aspirated. Naturally aspirated means no supercharger of any way, shape, or form.
I'd have never guessed that out of NA.
And naturally aspirated,
Yeah.
not even with the blower on it. This engine is set up for a supercharger. That means the compression ratio, the camshaft, the cylinder head choice, everything we picked was to be optimized with a supercharger on top of it. We didn't have that today. And the thing still made 680 horsepower. I'll feel good if by the end of this week, we can have the body back on the car.
This week?
End of the week.
Wow.
I know. But I think today we can have it rolling, right? And then tomorrow,
Yep.
fuel system. Maybe if we're real quick on the fuel system, you can start messing with the exhaust. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I really want to use 90% of the exhaust that was on the car. It was all really nice.
Okay.
Like, no kidding, from here back is all, I think we're gonna reuse it. So you're just gonna have to help get it hooked to here.
Right.
And if that's the case, then I don't see why after that we can't set the body on it.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe it's pipe dreams.
No,
I'm trying
well,
to think positive on some of this stuff right now.
Yeah, right on.
So today, I went out to Mike McKee's and picked up the body from paint, where they smoothed and painted where we did all the modifications to the firewall. All the work that they did looks fantastic, so now we are finally lowering the body onto the chassis where the motor, transmission, and rear end are finally installed.
What are you talking?
What was that? You guys rolled
I
it.
moved
Okay,
it.
as long as you
Never
moved it.
What are you talking about, Ricky? Those slicks are going right up in there. Yeah.
One way or the other, they're going to.
No way.
It's already better news. Man, that is literally music to my ears to hear this thing run for the first time. This project has been tough on everybody from start to finish, but this right here makes it all worth it.
Hell yeah. Holy that sounds good.
Okay, hey, look, it runs and it sounds good. Let's go take it on a spin. Forever, I've been looking for a bright red 1970 SS Chevelle. Finally got my dream car. My goal is to have one of the nicest 1970 Chevelle cruisers around that's versatile, that can street race, that we can drive a couple hours away, whatever the case is. In the end of the day, the car looks killer. It's gonna be exactly where we want it. So in my book, that's a win. Man, this is it. I'm crossing my fingers and my toes. I just hope that this thing will make it down the street, shift through a few gears at least, just to tell me that the transmission's gonna work even remotely like it's supposed to. That's cruise pretty good. I will tell you that.
That 10-speed be cruising, huh? One more.
For something with a big cam and converter and all that type of stuff in it, I don't know what more to ask for.
They probably didn't cruise this good back in 1970.
No.
I guarantee they did.
No way.
could not be happier. This thing actually runs and drives. I can't help but smile driving this thing down the road. I know the best thing that I can do to thank these guys that have all helped me is to try to win this race. Even though we've kind of won by building such a badass car, outrunning everybody else is really going to take the cake.